Hello, and welcome to BigBookCTK.com. My name is Tossing, and I'm reading from The Essays of Montaigne by Michel de Montaigne. Number 5. To Monsieur de l'Hospital, Chancellor of France. Monseigneur, I am of the opinion that persons such as you, to whom fortune and reason have committed the charge of public affairs, are not more inquisitive in any point than in ascertaining the character of those in office under you. For no society is so poorly furnished but that, if a proper distribution of authority be used, it has persons sufficient for the discharge of all official duties. And when this is the case, nothing is wanting to make a state perfect in its constitution. Now, in proportion as this is so much to be desired, so it is the more difficult of accomplishment, since you cannot have eyes to embrace a multitude so large and so widely extended, nor to see to the bottom of hearts, in order that you may discover intentions and consciences, matters principally to be considered, so that there has never been any commonwealth so well organized in which we might not detect often enough defect in such a department or such a choice, and in those systems where ignorance and malice, favoritism, intrigue, and violence govern. If any selection happens to be made on the ground of merit and regularity, we may doubtless thank fortune, which, in its capricious movements, has for once taken the path of reason. This consideration, Monseigneur, often consoled me when I beheld Monsieur Etienne de la Boétie, one of the fittest men for high office in France, pass his whole life without employment and notice by his domestic hearth, to the singular detriment of the public. For, so far as he was concerned, I may assure you, Monseigneur, that he was so rich in those treasures which defy fortune that never was man more satisfied or content. I know, indeed, that he was raised to the dignities connected with his neighborhood, dignities accounted considerable, and I know also that no one ever acquitted himself better of them, and when he died at the age of 32, he enjoyed a reputation in that way beyond all who had preceded him. But for all that, it is no reason that a man should be left a common soldier who deserves to become a captain, nor to assign mean functions to those who were perfectly equal to the highest. In truth, his powers were badly economized and too sparingly employed, insomuch that over and above his actual work, there was abundant capacity lying idle, which might have been called into service, both to the public advantage and his own private glory. Therefore, Monseigneur, since he was so indifferent to his own fame, for virtue and ambition, unfortunately, seldom lodged together, and since he lived in an age when others were too dull or too jealous to witness to his character, I have it marvelously at heart that his memory, at all events, to which I owe the good offices of a friend, should enjoy the recompense of his brave life, and that it should survive in the good report of men of honor and virtue. On this account, sir, I have been desirous to bring to light and present to you such few Latin verses as he left behind, different from the builder who places the most attractive portion of his house towards the street, and to the draper who displays in his window his best goods, that which was most precious in my friend, the juice and marrow of his genius, departed with him, and there have remained to us but the bark and the leaves. The exactly regulated movements of his mind, his piety, his virtue, his justice, his vivacity, the solidity and soundness of his judgment, the loftiness of his ideas, raised so far above the common level, his learning, the grace which accompanied his most ordinary actions, the tender affection he had for his miserable country, and his supreme and sworn detestation of all vice, but principally of that villainous traffic which disguises itself under the honourable name of justice, should certainly impress all well-disposed persons with a singular love towards him and an extraordinary regret for his loss. Thank you very much for watching. You've been listening to The Essays of Montaigne by Michel de Montaigne. My name is Tussie, and this is BigBookCTK.com. Thank you very much, and bye for now.